Broskies, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're doing something a little bit different. We're gonna be doing a little bit of an unboxing today. You know, I wanted to do some unboxing videos on the channel. You know, try something out a little bit differently. But also just to kind of showcase, you know, stuff I've been like kind of purchasing for, you know, my collections. And just kind of showcase it, see what cool new additions I'm getting, whether it be to my records, my CDs, my video games, my amiibo, just something nice, right? Maybe go in a little bit of a discussion on the album or the artist or something. I don't know. Something a little fun. We'll try it out, see how it goes. But today, we've got a pretty interesting one. So, if you guys are in the know-how, one of my favorite artists is The Weeknd, where I really enjoy the music. I've been a fan since like early 2022, and so kind of a more recent fan of the guy. But I've been getting some of his albums physically, primarily on records, on vinyl. I already own Kissland, Beauty Behind the Madness, which I got recently. I got Starboy, and I have the highlights, and I think that's about it. But today we have quite an interesting one to unbox, to showcase, and this is off the new album Hurry Up Tomorrow, which technically already got physical releases for the album, a few actually, but they were done a bit differently than you could imagine, as they were more so first pressings, first releases. They weren't exactly the full release of the album. It was an early first pressing that was just kind of released to boost album sales, first week album sales, until they eventually decided to, you know, print and release the full album on vinyl or on CD. And I have those on the side, and I'll get into a little bit of discussion on those. I know that caused a lot of controversy in the community, especially, you know, just with collecting and how bad it's been, not only with this album but like other albums. But today, you know, showcasing, we got the box here, which has the full release of the vinyl and the CD, and I'm quite excited to rip this bad boy open and see exactly what we got, what we can add to the collection. Now, a little bit different today. I'm going to be testing things out with this little mic that I have that I purchased recently, this lavalier mic, and hoping to see if it sounds any good, that I might actually try it out and use it for, like, you know, future vlogs or just in general future second channel videos. And if things, you know, go south or I'm just not enjoying the sound of it today, then I'll just, you know, continue using the recorded audio that I have on Audacity through my actual mic. So we'll see, we'll test it out, you know, hopefully it sounds good. Hopefully it'll be really cool to utilize the microphone that I have. It'll be, yeah. Anyways, we got some stuff, a packing slip, which you guys do not need to see. That is, of course, information. This very weird, I've never understood this packaging. This has always been strange to me, but, you know, that's a choice. So, first things first, we got the CD. CD is the first thing that shows up, and this is the full complete CD of Hurry Up Tomorrow. Pretty nice, pretty nice. I actually currently have 5 other versions of the CD, all still, you know, wrapped. This one got the special cover, just basically all of the different special covers. Don't know if it was the right investment or the right purchase, but hey, I'm kind of a crazy collector. If you know me, I go heavy on collecting sometimes, and this is one of those instances. Still a little bit mad that, like, I ended up buying the incomplete album and all those different versions, especially since I'm not the biggest fan of all the covers, but I'm a little bit too late now. But the main focus of this unboxing, in my personal opinion, is of course the record. This beautiful full vinyl of the album of Hurry Up Tomorrow. Now, what's really cool about this one is that this is the special edition one, which is the clear vinyl. I don't know if y'all can read that, but it says clear there. It's a clear vinyl, and yeah, I mean, I'm always a bigger fan of getting special, like, color releases of records than I am with like standard black records. So if I have the option to get the special colored one, I'm gonna get that over the black one, you know. It's as simple as that. I just like the aesthetic of it. But since we have this, I do want to kind of open it up and, you know, see how it looks, if it, you know, see how it is in person, and go a little bit of a talk about the album and its controversial release physically. So the album came out in like, I don't know, late January or something, and they had all these different versions of the album available for purchase, for both CD and for vinyl. There was the first release one, which was the one with just like his face. Then there was other ones. There was the special red one, who was designed by like an artist. I think the rest were designed by like certain artists, like artists. Then there was a third version, a fourth version, and a fifth version. They didn't even come out or get released at the same time. They were all released, revealed, whatever, at different times, like one after the other, separated. So it's like you would buy one, it's like, okay, I can get the standard one, and I can get the special edition one, and then another one shows up, and another one shows up. So it was like, yeah, you know, as a collector, you're just like, damn, I don't want all of these, but I also do want all of these, you know what I'm saying? Kind of a weird, difficult kind of situation to be in, but yeah, but there was just a lot of controversy about that, how that was just like, it ended up just being, we didn't even get a full track list anyways when the products were available on his website, as it was basically just, you know, the album cover and the back cover, and that's about it. So we didn't even know if we were getting everything. But here's the inside of the full one. You can see that. Pretty cool, pretty cool. Got the boy himself in the bathtub from the movie. Actually saw the movie. Pretty cool movie. Very thought-provoking, I guess. So going into one of the first sides, we got this little slip showcasing different songs with some extra pictures, which is pretty sick, and like different credits, which is nice. And then we have the vinyl itself, which I'm very excited to see how this one looks. I'm hoping the lighting is going to be good enough. Worst case scenario, I'll just boost it in editing, but here is the clear vinyl for Hurry Up Tomorrow. And by golly, it looks nice. It looks really freaking nice. I genuinely enjoy records that come in a style like this, whether it just be like a full flat color or like a special translucent, transparent color like this. It is nice. It's gonna be pleasant to look at when obviously playing it on the machine, on the player, and I'm hoping it's also gonna sound good. Because I know black vinyl technically is like, it's the standard, but it also sounds the best compared to any other version of like that vinyl, right? Whether it be colored or a picture disc or whatever. Black one sounds the best, but I also just think this is, in my opinion, the more worthwhile version, especially if you are a heavy collector. And also you just like to look at pretty things. So yeah, but I mean, yeah, it's a really cool record. It's a great album. I definitely suggest listening to the album if you haven't already, if you're a fan of the guy, or if not, I mean, I think it's just overall a fantastic album to listen to. You know, it's a situation right now where it's like, I love having this, but I'm also just thinking back to it. I'm just like, damn, I kind of wish I didn't buy all these other versions. That's a bit of a dilemma I'm currently having as a collector. It's like, I want all these other versions, but they're just kind of there, you know what I'm saying? Specifically for the collecting hobby, not really for the listening experience or whatever. And then the other side is just going to be the same vinyl, but like with the other tracks. That's the album. That's the unboxing. You know, still happy to have the full complete one. So, you know what, actually, before we do fully end things off, let me check out the CD real quick, because the CD is also an option. We might as well. Okay. Finally got this damn foil off. That took a lot longer than it needed to, but here's a CD. You know, same cover, same back, and if you take a quick look inside, we got, it's a double CD feature, which I think is really cool. Got the first CD right there, and got the second one. So that's pretty nice. I do like double CD cases. They just look pretty cool. You know, they do things a little bit differently depending on like the artist or whatever, or I guess the company maybe. So like sometimes it could be a bit different of like of a case or whatever. All right, and we got the little booklet here too for the album. Let me just kind of flip through this, see how it is. There's like a bunch of pictures. I don't know if the pictures are all from like the movie or whatever. There's a bit more of like songs and like their credits. Some extra stuff of him in the robe, so that's pretty cool. See what else there is. Oh, the iframe. That's kind of like a good pun on my part. Good job. Yeah, some more stuff about the movie actually. Some more scenes and frames that I recognize from the movie. More song credits. There's some more stuff of him sitting on the floor. This is a classic pic. And another one in the bathtub. Another good one. And then of course him like on stage performing, looking really cool. And finally the close-up one in the bathtub. It's a pretty cool booklet. Nothing too crazy, but just nice little addition. I do like when booklets are added into CDs. This kind of gives it a bit more life, a bit more completion, I guess. Pretty cool. Definitely happy to have the full album physically. It is great. If you guys are curious, yes, not only do I have all versions of the CD, of the first pressing CDs, but I also have them on vinyl for some freaking reason. I don't know why, but I got them all. So, you know, if you are curious as to how much, you know, is typically spent on me collecting stuff, it's quite a bit. Yeah. So I have all these, you know, some ounce of regret, some ounce of just like, you know what, it's cool. You know, as a collector, it's hard to really say. There are parts of disappointment, and there's also parts of just like, it's still cool to have the stuff that you have and that you have bought. So I don't know, it's kind of like a mixed bag sometimes, but either way, here's the album. Hurry Up Tomorrow unboxing. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys, you know, want to see more unboxings, then I can absolutely come through, you know, with some more in the future. I got one actually planned right after this, so I'm gonna get that one recorded. But hey, yeah, we'll see how it is. If you guys enjoyed, you know, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, comment down below. I guess kind of your thoughts, not only on the album, but also just like in general what you think about the whole release of the album physically. How you feel about the first pressings, and then later them revealing that there's gonna be like a full version that's gonna then be released separately. So yeah, definitely caused a bit of a stir in the community, especially in the collecting community. But you know, of course, let me know if you guys want to see more down in the comments, and hopefully this was fun to watch. I'll see everyone in the next video. Have a good one. See you next time. Bye bye.